A number of members from both aisles of the Senate and House of Representatives have commented on the violence at the Capitol, including Congressman Mike Gallagher.
Local 5's Calvin Lewis joins us live from outside Representative Gallagher's office in De Pere to tell us more. Calvin.
Well, Shelley, Caitlin, good morning. A few of those Republican lawmakers, including Congressman Mike Gallagher, blamed President Donald Trump yesterday for those riots or protests, however you would like to describe them, that we saw take place on Capitol Hill just yesterday. Now, Congressman Mike Gallagher, he strongly condemned those protests that took place. Also, President Donald Trump and those GOP lawmakers who were still pushing at the time to overturn those election results from this past November election. Now, Gallagher is one of a small group of House Republicans who announced that they would not challenge the presidential election results. The congressman took to Twitter yesterday about the protests, saying, quote, "America is witnessing an absolute banana republic in the United States Capitol right now," and asked President Trump to call the protest off. He was also quoted as saying he had not seen anything like this since he was deployed to Iraq. Now, Congressman Gallagher said the objectors told the American people a lie for the last few weeks, which is that Congress is going to somehow overturn the results of the election. Now, those lawmakers, including Congressman Grothman, also blamed far-right Republican loyalists for helping incite the riots and urged them to denounce the violence and end their attempts to overturn the election.
I mean, this is the chapel of democracy. We've been through difficult moments before, but this is it's unacceptable. I mean, we're barricading the walls and doors in my office. The Vice President of the United States was rushed off the floor of the House. Someone was shot in the U.S. Capitol.
A lot of people decided to make this into a vote that could change who's president, which it really shouldn't. I think, but as the results became much more publicized, you obviously had thousands of people here.
Now, Congressman Gallagher also mentioned that both him and his staff were able to remain safe throughout the protests that took place yesterday by simply staying put in their office located just outside of the Capitol building. For now, reporting live in De Pere, Calvin Lewis, Local 5 This Morning.